Look, dude, 73% of enterprise deals die because champions ghost you after the third meeting. Not because your product sucks, not because of your price, because you never turn them into a real champion. And here's the freaking truth. I'm about to show you the exact playbook that turned a lukewarm contact into a champion that pushed a 230K deal through in 47 days. Now, there's going to be 3 killer moves today. The Champion Scorecard, where you can instantly spot fake versus real champions. The power mapping system, which turns 1 champion into 5. And the internal selling toolkit, which is where you're going to arm them to sell when you're not in the room. So last quarter alone, this system helped over 40 AEs increase their enterprise close rates by over 31%. One rep went from 0 champions to having internal advocates of his 10 target accounts. Now, here's where most AEs screw up. They think a champion is anyone who takes their calls. Wrong. A real champion has 3 things, all right? Access to power, personal win tied to your success. They just really want to get a promotion. It's as simple as that most of the time. And the guts to fight for you internally. Yes, guts, y'all. And most of you are wasting time on people who are really just information collectors. They'll string you along for months, then disappear when it's time to actually stick their neck out. So the fix is you need to build champions, not find them. And I'm about to show you exactly how to use AI to create the perfect champion building assets in minutes, not hours. All right, so watch this. I'm gonna jump into distribute. We're gonna use some AI here to actually do this, and I'm gonna jump into Dante. First move is let's start from scratch. Let's create a page for Liquid Death because they're great. Let's just say we're gonna create a page for Liquid Death. Cool. All right, so let's start a page here. I'm gonna open up Dante, and the first move that we're gonna tell our AI and what to do is create a champion scorecard for this deal. Let's call it at Liquid Death. Here we go. Let's create a prompt here. I'm gonna say create a champion assessment and enablement plan. Let me see my notes here. For Sarah Chin at Liquid Death. She's a VP of Sales Operation, interested in our digital sales room platform. Current pain equals 47%. And bear with me here, y'all. I know this is a little boring. Of processes still manual, losing 2 mil annually to inefficiency. Now, here's the thing, y'all. This might be real notes from another account, but I'm not going to tell you who that account is. So we're actually using real examples here, right? So her boss, CTO, is skeptical of new vendors. We're just giving all the context here. That way the AI understands where to go with this. She needs to present to the board in 3 weeks. So now that we have that, we're going to hit enter, and Dante is going to do his thing. All right, now, and let's take a look. Ooh, champion profile, enablement plan, current situation analysis, champion enablement, strategy. Oh, wow, look at this. It's telling us exactly what to do. Stakeholder alignment, board presentation prep, current state, distribute solution impact. Ooh, look at this. Common vendor skepticism points. Holy crap, board presentation tells her exactly what to include, next steps, action items. So look, y'all, look what Dante creates, a full scoring matrix showing right now she's only 6 out of 10 champion, but here's the goal. It's giving me the exact gaps to fill. So she lacks executive alignment and doesn't have her ROI story memorized. And so now watch, I'm asking Dante to create her personal win statement and 3 executive talking points she could use. And this isn't generic BS. It's specifically tied to her situation and her company's metrics, as you will see here in the distribute solution impact. So we're going to accept this, and then we're going to do our next play here. We'll call this like champion assessment here. Okay, and then I'm gonna come here to my workspace. And remember, this page is meant to be shared, so if we don't want to actually share this in here, we're not gonna make that visible to the prospect because she might actually share this. We might share this with the customer, right? So we'll hide that. All right, so now on this page here, we're gonna call it, let's see, internal business case. All right, cool. So we're gonna do that. So let's go to Dante here, and next what I'm gonna do is give Sarah Chen the ammo she needs to sell in turn. All right, so watch what happens when I feed Dante their actual objections. So here we go. We're going to say, build an internal business case Sarah can present, address these specific concerns. CTO thinks we're too small, wants enterprise vendor, right? I love being the underdog. By the way, this is true. Again, I'm not telling you what account this is. Worried about 18-month ROI timeline. No, ours is like 30 days, but we'll just say 18 months. 3, and then we'll say board wants to see competitor comparison, as everyone does, especially in this like AI age. And then we'll say here, make it feel like Sarah wrote it, not a vendor. Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna go and hit enter here, and Dante, our friend, is gonna do his thing. And holy hell, look at this output, y'all. Oh my gosh. It's not salesy vendor garbage. It reads like an internal memo. It's using their language. Look at this, competitor analysis. I've evaluated 5 platforms over 8 weeks. It's using their language, addressing each concern with data, even suggesting size concerns, investment requirements, timelines, phase rollout strategy, all this stuff to reduce risk. But here's the ninja move, y'all. See how it positions Sarah as a strategic thinker who found the solution, making her look like a rock star, of course, and not us. Because remember, Sarah is going to be the hero. All right. And so let's go ahead and accept all these changes. Now what we're going to do is the final power play, which is turning one champion into an army. And this is where deals become unstoppable. All right. Let's go ahead and here, I'm going to create a new tab just as in our little workspace here, multi-threading playbook, enter. All right. So what we'll do now is say, let's see here. Okay. So on the multi-threading tab, let's just be specific here with Dante so he doesn't accidentally make mistakes. Sarah introduced me to 3 stakeholders. Let's say it's Mike, the IT director, who is worried about integration. Jennifer, CFO, focused on cost, savings, and then let's see who else. And then let's call him David. David, the head of customer success, who needs better metrics. Cool. Create a multi-threading strategy with personalized angles for each, showing Sarah how to get them all championing, distribute together. Can't spell together. Oh my God. Together. Enter. So let's take a look at this breakdown. I'm gonna accept these changes. Oh my gosh. Let's close up Dante here so we get some more room. Wow. Now look at this breakdown, y'all. Individual value props for each specific person, all broken down with checklists, with key messages, meeting agendas that Sarah can use. Even subjective Slack messages, I think, are in here that you can even say, hey, David, look, that's a Slack message she can send to build the momentum. And the secret sauce, y'all, is we're not asking Sarah to do all the selling. We're showing her how to turn each person into a mini champion for their own department, right? We sometimes think that champions are going to go and do this on their own. I promise you, they will not. You have to basically remind them that we need these people on board. Now, I hope this helps. Take a look here. If you want the prompts to all this stuff that I use, by the way, go ahead and comment below and I can send you those prompts too. Now, here are 3 fatal mistakes I see every single week. So mistake number 1, your champion ghosting prevention. If they go quiet for 5 days, you've already lost, y'all. I'm sorry. The whole week, unless they're on vacation or something, you've lost, all right? Now, here's the fix. Always leave them with a specific internal action item. Not think about it, but get CFO's input by metric X on Tuesday, okay? Again, you're guiding them. Let them be the hero, you're the guide, okay? Every Disney movie you've probably ever seen. Mistake 2, single threading like an amateur. 1 champion equals 1 point of failure. But Andy, I don't want to piss off my champion. Y'all, yes, you're going to have 1 main point of contact, but you want a bunch of champions. You want, some people call them influencers and get fancy. You just want people who like you, okay? And like your product and believe in you. It's one big political campaign. Next, you're going to always ask who else needs to be pumped about this. Then create the tools for them too, okay? Don't just create it for one person. Mistake number 3, generic enablement. Stop sending the same deck to every champion. right? We talked about personalization and everyone's like, personalization. Y'all, personalization doesn't stop with cold emails, all right? No one wants vanilla stuff these days. Come on, if you want vanilla, go get some vanilla ice cream, all right? Use AI to customize everything, their industry, their role, their specific objections. Takes 3 minutes with the right prompts, okay? Now look, I've got a template pack with 96 plus prompts, 100 plus templates, everything you need in order to generate millions in pipeline, which probably were used to generate millions in pipeline last quarter from our user base. But before I share that link, 3 things to lock in. Score every champion 1 to 10 using the framework I showed you. Build internal selling tools they can use without you. 3, multi-thread to create champion networks, not solo heroes. Champion networks, all right? Do this for 1 deal this week, just 1, and watch what happens, I promise you. So you have 2 options. If you want to see how to handle champion objections in real time, watch the next video that I'm going to actually put on this channel. Subscribe below if you're on YouTube. Or if you want those 17 champion building prompts, hit the distribute link down below. Free account gets you started. All right, so stop hoping for champions. Start building them, y'all. Peace out. Have a good day.